Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're going to do a peek into whatever the situation going on energy is, get you some clarity and insight. This is a timeless collective reading. See what resonates for you and hopefully brings clarity. If it's not your message, it's for somebody else. Remember that divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. I did a pre-pull from my mystery deck and it's sort of an interesting message. So I'm not sure if this is your energy or somebody else, but there is someone who feels like something important is slipping through their fingers. I feel like somebody feels like their time is running out. They need to make a choice. They need to make a change. So let's see what this is about. We're going to start the reading with the energy oracle. Just kind of see what the situation is. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Tell us more about the situation or why somebody feels like something is slipping through their fingers. Please and thank you. So somebody is feeling like they have an unhealthy attachment in their life. Maybe that's why an opportunity somewhere else is, I just heard, falling under the radar or like getting farther away. Somebody here feels like they're chained in. They're constrained to a situation. I feel like this is an unhealthy attachment. It does not feel like freedom. It doesn't look like this person can get very far. And it is a 5. So that does mean someone's ready to change or changes are coming. But I feel like the change has to start with this person removing their mask. Going in an authentic direction, maybe recognizing what they were covering up, because they're actually looking at that mask. I felt like the mask got a little too sweaty and weird and somebody didn't want to wear it anymore. So if somebody was pretending, I feel like somebody was pretending to feel one way, but inside they were feeling something totally different. I feel like there was a mismatch here, and this mismatch was causing restraints and constraints and making somebody feel really stuck. But this could just be a belief, kind of like the 8 of Swords, someone just believing that they were attached to something. Let's get clarity, because it looks like this is a long-going situation, or somebody has been in this situation for a long time. So long that there's all this dust everywhere and cobwebs started to grow on her dress. So she hasn't moved for a while. So let's see what is changing or why this mask is coming off. Why somebody is now desiring to detach themselves from someone or something. Because somebody felt like they signed a contract and that's what they had to do. But if this contract is making someone feel imbalanced, blindfolded, chained down, and like they always have to put on a mask, I see null and void here. I feel like somebody is going to, it literally has a contract that's ripped in half. So I do feel like somebody is releasing an energy that felt imbalanced. Like they signed up for something, but now the other person is not following through with their end of the bargain. I feel like somebody offered them a bargain and it's not that at all. So I do see a way out. You do have a progression because you're moving from the 5 right to the 6, which means there are about to be steps taken in the right direction. And because the 6 represents love and balance, I feel like it starts with somebody following the truth of their heart, listening to the intelligence of their heart, but I feel like it's also addressing how they feel. I feel like somebody is gaining knowledge with all of those books, getting some help in the right area of expertise. If that's somebody else that has a professional job where they can help somebody with a contract kind of situation. And I feel like this is going to bring something back into balance. So let's see, because I feel like somebody was blindfolded to the truth or didn't read the fine print before. Because this person has a blindfold on and there's all that weird stuff before you hit I agree. You know, there's all that tiny print. So I feel like somebody bypassed that and got into something before it was really researched or thought about. I felt like it has been imbalanced for a long time. So let's get some clarity. Let's see what this is about. If you are signing any kind of contracts, make sure you read the fine print. And if it makes no sense to you, there is a place where if you do a little research or talk to the right person, they can help you with what the fine print is saying. And that could be a contract for anything. A big purchase, a new job, buying a house, buying a car. I see a warranty. So let's get a little clarity. What else would be helpful to know? Oh yeah, you have something that is tying you down to this is the first chakra. So you have Archangel Michael coming in. You got the big Archangel coming through to give you some extra strength on how to get something grounded, to feel secure with where you are going, what you are building. Also, the root chakra has to do with, it is passion, but it's also survival. It's that grounding energy that makes you feel secure. So I feel like for some of you, you need to ground your energy. Meditate. Sometimes you can ground your energy by walking outside and standing barefoot in the lawn or on a rock. Actually ground yourself to earth like a lightning rod. That's number 35, but I feel like you have very powerful energy coming through to help you go to a place, make some changes, or lay the right foundation or find that right foundation to build something that does feel secure. Let's keep going. I like this deck. Let's clarify all of these. Clarify attachment, please. Yeah, somebody was, I mean, we saw that in the beginning here. So somebody wasn't making the right choices, or they kept going down a certain road, but it circled them right back to this same crossroad, but they kept choosing that same road that didn't take them farther. It didn't really expand their territory. I feel like somebody could have been sitting on the fence for a long time trying to make a choice. I feel like if that was somebody's situation, there is something that's going to slip through their fingers. They do eventually have to choose, to move, to expand, to try to do something different. So if somebody was sitting in indecision, it might have been because they were blinded or chose to have a mask on and not see something clearly. But I feel with this Archangel Michael strength coming in, somebody is gaining the strength to see the truth in a situation. And I feel like that does change somebody's movement. Let's clarify this contract. What is this contract all about? Please and thank you. Yeah, somebody's choosing to walk away from a situation. Walk away from going around and around. I see like somebody running out of gas and there are no gas stations to fill up their tank. And that could be spiritually, emotionally. I heard thoughtfully. Maybe somebody was around somebody kind of unthoughtful. That was kind of weird to come through. But it does look like somebody is releasing anything that was chaining them down, where they didn't feel like they were being authentic or living their truth. Someone is choosing the direction where they're closing where they were fenced in, shutting the gate. I feel like somebody is looking back with grace and strength and gratitude, though, because any cycle that you went through helped you grow, helped you change, helped you to recognize different opportunities when they come in. Also recognize when something could be a red flag in your future, not to go down that particular cycle or, you know, karmic path again. I feel like this is really strong here. I'm gonna take that because I stared at it on my lap, and I feel like it also does go with the first chakra. You have all this red energy, so somebody is heading towards where their heart does not feel caged in. Getting themselves out of a caged situation. I feel like this is somebody opening up their own door. I feel like somebody has the key to their heart, and they're only going to give it where it feels strong, comfortable, where they're confident, where they have the right, beautiful reflection here. You got a little romance coming in here with the 33. So maybe this romance comes in down a certain direction after something is released, and you or someone else walks away from obligations. But I feel like it's not walking away from responsibilities. I feel like that's different. I don't see somebody being irresponsible because they're looking back here. So I feel like somebody recognizes things they still have to fulfill and follow through with. But I still feel like there's something that has to change because there was something unfulfilling. I hope that made sense, but it looks like the underlying energy of all of this is love. Like somebody really does want to open their heart. They want to have an experience. They want to have more romance in their life. Maybe this is somebody who is all about work and had no time to play. And maybe some of that strength from Archangel Michael is coming in to add a little more freedom and playtime to a situation. So let's see. And if you do have this, so maybe it was something that was under a divine timing sort of situation, and somebody didn't want maybe this love to slip through their fingers, but they had to sort of follow through and, I don't know, like close off something in their life first. And that could be work related. It could be friends, family, situation. Let's see what's going on here. That was a lot to start with. I feel like we should do, since we have this, that heart in a cage, but the cage is now open. So something's not caged in anymore. That we should do this, the heart's hidden secrets. So let's get a hidden secret from the heart, a little more clarity on this situation. What would be helpful to know, please, and thank you. Yeah, somebody wants peace. This is beautiful. Somebody who does want to come back into balance. They want to be around energies that are harmonious. I feel like that situation or that ball on top of the other ball doesn't even look like it's an easy thing to balance, and yet it looks so solid. Like it had the perfect little nook to just get it to sit properly. There's also no weird energies around that could possibly, I feel like this is really big, even though it looks sort of small in the card. I feel like even if the weather changes around whatever is coming through, it's not going to knock someone off balance like it maybe was in the past. This is where there is something, maybe romance, that starts on the foundation of friendship, which is a really solid place to start a romance. Even if it starts with a lot of passion, I feel like this friendship is going to grow and develop over time. But I do feel like if there's any kind of transition, this is necessary. Somebody needs time to heal. to find their center, to feel more grounded. It's definitely somebody that was releasing any kind of unhealthy attachments, people, places, things, ideas, substances, thought patterns, and coming back into this energy of balance. It's somebody who's cleansing all impurities out of their life, and that also includes their body. So I do feel like somebody is paying attention to their health a little more, going to the gym, eating better, drinking more water, meditating, and it's also overall balance. I feel like if somebody was a little too lethargic, they're getting out there and they're getting a little more oomph to work on a project, to start to get things done. If somebody was overwhelmed with work, I feel like somebody is recognizing they need a couple days off here and there. If somebody's focus was, I feel like somebody's focusing more well-rounded in their life. So if it was only on love, somebody's putting in, they're remembering, hey, you have some cool friends that you haven't seen in a while, and maybe it's calling your friends up and going out. If somebody was only working all the time, I feel like they're involving a little more time for some romance. So let's clarify these. I'm not sure if this is the same situation or there are little peaks that resonate for you in a situation that you're going through, but I still sort of want to clarify what's slipping through someone's fingers. So let's go right to the tarot. Let's do the Thoth. What is slipping through somebody's fingers, or this time is running out? Give us a little more clarity on this particular situation, please, and thank you. Oh, the chance to start new. Somebody feels like their portal was closing down. Their door, their opportunity was getting farther and farther away. This could also be where somebody had to gain the confidence to allow new energy in their life. Because this is somebody who's taking a leap of faith. And that takes a lot of strength, especially if it makes big changes in someone's life. The Fool is a beautiful energy. You have this caduceus of healing there. You have the transformation with the butterfly. You have this dove of peace swirling right around this portal with you. You're holding in one hand this fiery energy of inspiration, and in the other hand, you have mental clarity and understanding a multifaceted situation. So you've decided, or whoever this is, to grab onto passion, to welcome in transformation, to be at peace with the decision to change, to enter a new cycle, a new chapter, a new you. You've put fear down here, but there's something primal and instinctual about the alligator. I feel like with that alligator, I'm seeing someone like, when the alligator has the closed mouth, so they have the power to chomp down but not open up. I feel like this might have to do with communication, and somebody is gaining the power to finally open up. And with this tiger, it looks like a little baby tiger, and it's kind of hanging on this fool's leg like it's a little kitten. So maybe some of you connect to tigers, and you have all of this abundance behind the curtain waiting to come in. It's all about this leap. But when this leap comes, it's being intelligent about it as well, because you're going to have so many things that you're going to learn in this new cycle. It's paying attention to those red flags. When you go down one direction and you recognize, this kind of reminds me of something I've been through before, and that didn't turn out so well. So we're not going to go down that road again. And when you go down a different road and it's new and fresh and different, it's allowing yourself the open mindset and the open heart and space to learn about what you don't know, because you don't know what you don't know. So it is a process of growth here. I feel like it feels really exciting, but with that 0, not everybody is just ready to leap into something brand new. Sometimes that 0 lasts a little while, and it's more like the hallway. You know, they need a little bit of time for that transition. You know, they have one foot sort of in the one world and one's kind of in the next world, and they kind of get used to it before they figure out that that new world feels way better. And then they're all in. So for some of you, this could be very spontaneous, very quick, and someone very much ready to change, whether that's you or someone else. And for others, it might be kind of a stick your toe in the water sort of situation. But I feel like somebody sees that portal there. They see they need to step through it. And I feel like once somebody does stick their toe in, maybe it's eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. I mean, you do have someone trying to choose here. I feel like once somebody kind of starts to see what it's like over there, they're going to be all in. I see somebody diving in. So let's get clarity on the Fool. Tell us a little more about this leap of faith, please and thank you. That you need to do it slow and steady. This is the person that would stick in their toe. I kind of like that this came through. So maybe it's an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Sometimes this night is kind of annoying because you don't see how hard they work behind the door, behind the scenes. All the decisions they actually have made, but maybe haven't talked about or had a conversation with. This is somebody who does something day by day, slow and steady. This is the night that likes to do something with a balanced energy. This is the turtle that wins the race, not the hare here. I mean, this knight is protected in this big, heavy black like armor there. Even look at that shield. That shield of protection is so strong that it's interesting. It's actually bouncing these light waves, but I feel like they might be sound waves. Off or away from him or her. The horse, so the journey, the transition, or the movement of energy is actually looking at you. But I like that this is the knight that knows how to ride in that field when they need to, but they also understand there's a time for their horse to eat some grass and drink some water. And that's important. Otherwise, your horse is going to get very thirsty and run on empty. But if you stall too long, I feel like you might miss that opportunity. Even that kind of looks like a portal. So you do have to know when it's time to move and when it's time to relax. I feel like this is that balanced night. Here, this is the night that is not balanced. You know, they take way too many days off. And their fields that they were working on outside in the garden got overrun with weeds. Or too much sunshine came and they never, you know, dragged the garden hose out there to hydrate something. Let's see. Let's get a little clarity on the Knight of Discs. This could just be telling you that something is coming, but it's day by day and it's slow and steady. It might not come fast, but it's going to come through very secure and solid. Let's get one more. Clarity on the Knight of Discs. I feel like I want to see what the knight is looking at and what the horse is looking at. So let's see what the knight is looking at right now. What is this knight looking at? They're looking at the future. I like that it's the three of wands. So this is really nice. Somebody is past thinking and making the plans. This is somebody who bought the plane ticket and they're on their way to the airport. They know what destination they're heading towards is. This is also where somebody could be waiting for something to arrive to them. In the meantime, the best thing to do if you're waiting for an arrival is do something productive with your energy right now, instead of just sitting on the fence waiting. It is being productive, but it's doing it with this energy of fire and spirit and creativity and expansion. I like this. This means somebody has already packed their bags. They're going to the airport. They're ready to put those plans into action. I feel like with the 3 of Wands, it's also an Aries energy, and it has the energy of the sun behind it. I feel like somebody is reflecting sunshine here. Or reflecting back sunshine. It is where somebody leaves the castle. They leave the kingdom. They leave their little quarters, you know, where they were sitting and making the plans, and they get a little uncomfortable and usually venture out on an adventure that brings expansion, that does feel a little unusual, but also feels really exciting. Unless it's upside down, somebody has the ticket and they're sitting at the desk looking at the ticket they have. Let's take that because I just really stared at it. And they don't make it to the airport, but their ticket is in their hand. And that would feel more uncomfortable and more disappointing than going on that journey and having it not maybe work out according to plan. I feel like somebody does need to be flexible, and maybe this is what the horse is looking at. Communication. I did see that alligator thing. This is definitely seeing something clearly. It actually even looks like the coloring in the Fool. And these kind of blend together with colors as well. So maybe this new start begins with somebody thinking clearly, communicating truthfully, that will clear the clouds away, illuminate a situation, elevate that perspective so it's tapping into spirit, but then it has to get grounded and get real. You have to get past the plans. You got to get past that amazing light bulb moment. I feel like with this energy, one of the best next steps is to write something down. You know, take something past the conversation or the plans or the idea. If this is this way, it's where somebody was not speaking truthfully, or you didn't know what the truth was, or words did not match the truth of the soul. So let's get some for my mystery deck. I used them in the beginning, but I haven't really pulled some cards in a while. So let's just get you a couple of messages. What are a few messages to bring a little more depth into the situation going on? Please and thank you. Okay, so there is someone who might be leaving. I mean, this came out right away. And if that's not your situation, then leave that. That's for somebody else. But there is somebody who is, I mean, maybe breaking from something that felt a little more like a contract than love. You know, I do feel like that's sort of the difference between unconditional love and other forms of love, because love can come in many forms. Sometimes it is a contract. You know, somebody who brings romance in, but they want something back. If it's unconditional, it's when somebody recognizes the truth of the soul. You don't have to be anything to just be valued as being who you are as a soul. Like, that's what unconditional love is. It's where somebody doesn't want something back. They just want to love you and love you for who you are, and not what you do or what you're going to provide, because that's the contract. So there is someone who might be going through a breakup or a divorce. That could also be why somebody needs some time to heal. That's not an easy situation. That takes time. And maybe this is bringing back peace and harmony in a situation. Let's see. I didn't expect that to come out. That's kind of a heavy message. So let's see. Clarity on, well, you're going from one extreme to the other. Maybe this is something that actually is a pretty healthy transition. Not all breakups are bad. Not all divorces are bad, even if they're weird and you have to get a little legal and logical on how to sort all that stuff out that comes with a contract. There are people who are ready for a new cycle, who are able to communicate with positivity and love and maturity and want peace, especially if it has to do with unconditional love. You want the person you love to be happy. You don't want to hold somebody in their chains here when their true desire is to be free. Otherwise, you know, they're not there for the right reasons. So I kind of feel like whatever is happening, whatever is being left, I do feel like it's a celebratory energy. I feel like it feels like a release. It feels like you're going into a brand new chapter, or whoever this is, discovering who they are, you are, this person is, and I feel like there's going to be more and more reasons to celebrate. But I also feel like this is a day-by-day situation. Let's get another card. Why aren't you there? This is like, all right. I mean, this kind of feels like the first one. It feels rather bold. Like if you're making decisions or trying to have a transformation or wanting this leap of faith or offered this door to romance and that's what you want, then why aren't you there? What do you need to do to get there? What changes need to be made inside that bring you joy? Follow your joy. So maybe this is something that you or someone else is asking themselves. If it's something you desire and the opportunity is there, especially if it has this peaceful energy here, and you feel like that energy is a celebration, you want to continue to make plans, it feels like freedom, not unhealthy attachments. And I just saw this and I actually saw no looking back. But if it brings you that energy of joy, then are you taking steps towards that joy? Or are you taking steps towards what feels like it's restraining you and keeping you stuck? Let's go to the other half. That was only half of it. I hope this reading is helpful so far. Remember, these readings are general. Not everyone's going to resonate with every reading, but I do have faith that the messages that come through get to where they need to go to help somebody get some clarity and tap into their inner truth and that guidance that's inside of each of us. This is just the little catalyst that gets you down the road you need to go to come up with your own answer. You always have free will. Oh, it's a big one. Accommodation over time leads to resentment and burnout. That's a really big message. So if somebody's always being accommodating, so somebody else feels good, or accommodating because that's what, was in the, I don't feel like this is nice. If you're just accommodating someone and you're never being truthful with yourself, that does lead to burnout. And that ends up putting you in a situation where you just resent your decisions, you resent that person, and that switches how love was felt to something different. I actually got that message from listening to, why can't I think of it? Manly P. Hall. I think it was Manly P. Hall. Although now I'm thinking it's somebody else. But maybe Manly P. Hall is important. The Goldilocks zone. So not too hot, not too cold, balanced, you know. That's just right. So maybe something was too hot before, or maybe somebody else was too cold. This is going towards the just right. That's my energy for temperance. But sometimes you have to figure out what's too hot and what's too cold to find that just right. And one person's just right is not someone else's just right. And what your just right was in the past might be different from your just right now and into the future. I hope that made sense. It felt like a tongue twister. Yeah, I like this. You have that same message coming through. Whatever I said before about somebody being a friend, where is that? And a lover, that's a pretty balanced place to be. That's pretty special. I feel like that's what somebody is desiring and also being guided towards. Let's get one more. One more. Give something another try, but with new eyes. Do you have to just see something a different way than it was being seen before, or without the mask, without the blindfold? This is somebody opening their eyes and recognizing solutions, opportunity, direction, possibilities that they weren't focused on before. So I do feel like that wide-eyed, is also like the Fool, that wide-eyed wonder does begin with some inner strength, divine guidance, and true desire for change. And I do feel like that change is internal, and that's really big because that's going to change everything external. Let's get you a rock star, and we're going to end the reading there. What is one rock star? Because I don't think any music came through in this reading. There is a song called New Eyes. I think that's Andy Grammer. One message. Shine into your dream. PJ Harvey. So this is about putting a light into the dreams you are thinking about, getting creative with it, taking steps towards all of those open doors or windows of possibilities that you didn't see before, to take your dreams and start to make whatever that message is. Why aren't you there? Those things you are desiring and dreaming about, reality. Solidify that beautiful divine possibility. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. I hope this reading was helpful. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day, evening, night, and I'll see you soon.